Hey fellow Vaultwares, it's Gladiator, and here I'm presenting you my fresh new build. It's a ninja build, and as you can see I'm wielding a protest sign because it's kind of a test for this build. As you can see, the protest sign, it's always level 1, it's not a legendary, and it has quite a decent damage, but it's only because my build is boosting it by quite a lot. Normally, protest sign is pretty much useless, but here, as you can see, I'm doing quite well. I just hit this super mutant and he died, but it's level 5. Then for higher level super mutants we'll need to go inside. Okay, now I can present you the build on the real super mutants, as the ones outside were just baby version level 5. Then let's see if I can kill level 68 super mutants almost in one hit. There is a little bit of a problem with this build, that I'm not very sneaky. I could probably use better, more sneaky armor, but I have what I have in here. It's not bad. As you can see, if I can 2-hit a super mutant with a protest sign, then this build is proving to work great. That's my test for a build usually. If I can use any weapon or the worst possible weapon and make it works, then it means that build work. And as you can see, I can even without a sneak do a decent amount of damage. And it's not very squishy build. Then if I will not be sneaking, I'm not easy to kill anyway. And I'm still doing good damage. As you can see, 3 hit and this super mutant is down. And this build is performing really well. And escape artist, yes, it's working. I can boost it as well. Can use my psycho buff, and I should have whiskey in here. And a whiskey. Now I will be doing more damage. I mean, I will need to drop the health a little bit. They will help me. We'll just stop sneaking, as I want to be in nerd rage to do the best. But as you can clearly see, I'm already doing a really good damage. Even if my sneak is not working as I would expect. Yeah, the problem is if they will hit me and break my arm, that's pretty much reduce my damage by a lot. And they can see me if they are close. That's a minus for the protest sign. I don't know what exactly affected, but it's not as sneaky as other weapons. But as you can see, even if I get detected where this super mutant went, I'm still doing very well. Then this build contains some perks for survivability, and I can do well even if I get detected. Okay, now I showed you that it works perfectly fine with a protest sign. But what if I will use a little bit more real weapon, yeah? Like a vampire's baton with faster swing speed, no legendary effects, just a vampire's baton. I mean, no upgrades, just a vampire's baton with these legendary effects. Come on, I want to show it again. Vampires get brief regeneration when you hit enemy at faster swing speed. Look at the damage. 808. This weapon is very crappy. It's not a good weapon. But it is a legendary. And let me use it. Look at that. Super fast swing speed. 1 hit. No problem. Okay, I need more super mutants. They will be over here. See how fast I can kill him? I don't even need to sneak, but I can. Now I can because they saw me. And they do not see me anymore. You can see that Vampire's Baton with this build is a very devastating weapon. And you can use much more powerful weapons, of course. And it's easier to maintain the caution and sneak if you can one-hit those enemies. And if it doesn't work, you just run away and you are again hidden. Okay, I think that's enough super mutants. We need one a little bit tankier target for the end. And there is our slightly bigger target. And let's try to use a knife. Bowie knife. It's instigating faster swing speed, no modification, nothing at all. Let's see how much damage one hit from the knife will do. Psychopath expired, we don't want this. This Bowie knife is not a special weapon at all. It's one of the weakest. But let's see what we can do about this behemoth. Yep, one hit. Didn't took much. Okay, now I will just loot him. I will take everything, we'll check it later. And... oh, stealth boy. Alright, enough looting. Now I will show you everything I'm using for this build. Then let's start with my gear. Weapons, I already show you. I have some crappy weapons, but with this build they're working great. As I demonstrated, this protest sign is a deadly weapon in my hands. And now, apparel. That is decent, but not perfect for sneaking. I have this shielded harness for sneaking, because it gives me +3 agility, but to be honest, I will prefer something with +2 strength, but at this moment, I just carry on with this. Then, my armor pieces. Right leg, the sentinel effect is not in use really, because I'm not standing still and not waiting for them to shoot me. I either crouch or running. Poison resistance is good. Then right arm, this is a decent piece. This is boss with +1 strength. Unyielding, of course, all the pieces are unyielding. Then a left leg is with extra agility, is the boss as well. Those pieces are easiest to obtain because basically Scourge Beast Queen, when you finish the event, always drop you a heavy combat armor with 2 stars. Then you have a chance to get something like that. Then left arm, that's actually one of the best pieces I'm using because it's leather, increased action point refresh speed, and harder to detect while sneaking. That improves, that one piece plus shadow improves my sneak ability by a lot. Glasses, that's nothing. Chest piece. This is another with +1 strength. Ammo weight, obviously for melee build, it's not something that you are looking for, but it's +1 strength unyielding. And actually the marine is not the best that you are looking for. Heavy combat will be better, in my opinion, but this one provides me with some extra radiation resistance. What's good sometimes. Then I will not complain. Then gas mask. Tattered dress for absolutely no reason. You can wear whatever you want. And backpack is armor plated. 0 carry weight, because it's a small backpack. I just bought a plan from my other character and passed it to this one. It's how I was able to mod it. Small backpack into armor plated. I will not bother looking for the actual big backpack, I mean doing the challenges and quests. No, I will not. And now the build itself. We have everything for the damage, like gladiator, incisor for armor penetration, martial artist to increase the swing speed. That's amazing perk. Incisor, if you are using good weapon, like a bloodied, instigating, something with high damage, you can skip incisor, you will still one-hit everything. This I have just 1 point in perception, and I'm just running with that. If I will be nearby of some magazines, I will hear some audio, and that's helpful because those magazines are usually hidden, especially if you crouch, you cannot see them. Then under endurance, there is a lot of options. I'm running with fireproof, but other option will be to use life giver. You always need radical, but those 4 points, it's up to you what you will equip there and depend on the situation. Radical always, and here can be like life giver or camphor, Mark 3 with level 1 fireproof or something. Fireproof 3 is perfect if you fight a lot of Scourge Beast though. Then we have Party Girl and Lone Wonder in Charisma, because Ninja is fighting alone. Then under Intelligence, Nerd Rage, and under Agility. Through Hiker, I'm running it mainly because my Adrenaline is not yet maxed out. I just don't have enough perk points to upgrade it. I was planning to run with Adrenaline 4, but as you were able to see, Adrenaline 1 is perfectly fine for this build. It's so powerful that unless you are going for Scourge Beast Queen, then you can swap it for higher Adrenaline, but or other situations, Adrenaline 1, perfect. Even for Protest Sign. Ninja, of course, the sneak attack is multiplied 3 times. That's awesome. Sneak, Escape Artist, you need it. And Dodgy, in this case, if enemies will blind fire on me or detect me and start shooting, this helped me to just relocate and go back into sneaking. As you are able to see, I'm not dying. And here under luck we have Bloody Mess, Serendipity, again the same reason as Dodgy. Paired with Dodgy, it's a perfect combo. Then Class Freak. Class Freak maybe because I'm using some mutations that are not necessarily good for the ninja build, but have some benefits that I like. I will show you my mutations now. And Stargins, that's obviously to keep the mutations. Yeah, I didn't show you effects and mutations. I have some food and yeah, I have the bubblehead with agility. I usually eat bubbleheads that I find. I do not collect too much of them, I just eat them. And next, I ate some Deathclaw steak and some basic food that increase melee damage. This is the easily available that you just grab a piece of meat, piece of wood and cook it and you have those bonuses. All those 4 bonuses is 40%. There is more complicated food to craft that can boost this damage even higher, but I'm running with basic food. Then mutations. Adrenaline reaction, more damage at low HP. Bird bones. The agility is important part for my sneaking. Unfortunately, I'm losing 1 strength here. Carnivore. Yeah, I'm eating meat. I'm using carnivore. Chameleon. There's no side effects. Egghead. Yeah, that's the... Okay, I just died. Okay, where I was. Okay, Egghead. Egghead gives me intelligence, what helps me get those levels faster, but reduce my strength. It's one of the reasons I really need for this build to use Class Freak, because there is -1 strength from Egghead and -1 strength from Bird Bones, but if this will be without the Class Freak, I will be losing 7 strength in total. That's too much for a melee build. Grounded, I'm not using weapons, energy weapons especially, then this +100 to energy resistance is awesome. Marsupial, carry weight, jump height, scully skin, damage resistance, energy resistance, that's awesome. And I'm only paying 12 AP because I'm already using Class Freak anyway. Speed Demon, that basically for faster running and for the health regeneration at low health. That Speed Demon is required with Adrenaline reaction. Otherwise, I will just skip Speed Demon, but as so far as giving this extra health regeneration, then yeah, I'm keeping it. And Twisted Muscles, for obvious reason, plus 25% melee damage, and gun accuracy doesn't matter. Oh, and there is one more thing I am planning to get. I want a shish kebab, but so far I have only crappy shish kebabs, then I'm not using them. I'm waiting for some good shish kebab, and I will be using it with this build, as it's basically a katana with some flames attached, but it's still a katana that will be perfect for a ninja build. And I hope you guys enjoyed this short presentation. As always, the link to the build planner will be in video description. Then just scroll down, open the video description, and you will find a link to the build planner if you want to copy it. And if you have any suggestions, if you are already using some kind of a ninja build, please let me know what's your favorite weapon. And now, thank you a lot for watching, and see you guys in the next one.